That girl loved her meat, white bread didn't matter, long as she had herself a big old platter. But one day as she's about to take a bite, her two friends look on in such a fright. Please, 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 don't eat the meat. That right there is our family. She felt bad and sad, then decided to read. Yeah, V-E-G-A-N, yeah, yeah. Vegan. That's what she decided to be, and her friends were so happy. She went from wings to weeds, wings to weeds, yeah, wings to weeds, wings to weeds.
Alright, hey. Okay, so we have brown rice cooking as a base. We showed you that. I showed you that. I don't know, why am I saying we? We does not exist. Well, there is a we, you and me. But I showed you how to make the brown rice. And I'm going to make it with a curry sauce. But I'm making the curry sauce on the side. Now, if I wanted to just make yellow rice, I could totally do that. And we'll do that in another video. But this is a way where I want to make my curry sauce on the side with my vegetables, and then I'm going to add my rice to that. So what you'll need for this version, some oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. Some form of curry powder. Today I'm using Jamaican curry powder. This is one of my favorite brands, Blue Mountain Curry. I'm sure you can find it online or in your nearest grocery store. But if you want Indian curry, do that. But Indian and Jamaican curries, and they all have different flavors. I'm going to be using some bell peppers and onions, but today I'm not using them totally fresh. I'm using them frozen, already sliced here in this bag. I'm going to be using some veggie bouillon cubes. You can also use vegan bouillon cubes or chicken cubes or beef cubes, whatever you want. I'm using some dried herbs de Provence. But if you have thyme or rosemary, anything like that at home, you can use some of that if you don't have already the mix. And I'm also using some already diced Portobello mushrooms. I have 3 mushroom caps that I've already cleaned and sliced. Last but not least, I'm using a few, 5 to be exact, Thai chili peppers to give it a little kick. If you like it spicier, do more. I like it spicy, but I don't want to overdo it because I never tried these peppers before. So we'll just start with the 5, and it might even be too much. So that's what you'll need. Let's go to the stove. By the time we finish making this, our rice will be done. First thing we're going to do is get ourselves a medium high heat. If your stove is numbered, I have mine on a 7. Let's throw a few tablespoons of oil in the pot. I have enough to cover the bottom of my pot, because you know I'm not an exact measurer. What I'm going to do now is start sauteing my bell peppers and onions. So you can go ahead and cover your pot for a second while that sautés. And when it's, since mine is frozen, but since yours is fresh, just let it saute for a little bit. Let's come back to our stir-fried peppers and onions. Not stir-fried, excuse me, sauteing peppers and onions. So they're at a good place right now. We don't need to overcook them because it's going to still have to cook some more. I'm getting a cup of water on standby. Don't use it yet. Just put it to the side. So we're going to use our curry powder now. You want to sprinkle in about 4 to 5 tablespoons. Already smells so aromatic. Stir that around. It's going to create a nice kind of a dry rub, as you can see. All right. Now from here, we add our water. I'm going to add this cup first. I'm probably going to use more. Stir that around first. Since I'm adding this to rice, I'm not making it really huge and soupy. If I was making a big pot of curry chicken or curry veggies like I've made before, I'd use a big soup pot and add a ton more. But because this is just going on rice, it's kind of a coating, I'm not going to use too much more. I want it to still be thick. I think I'm going to do a half a cup more water. Good. Okay, we're going to let this come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're going to add our veggie cubes. I'm going to use 2 veggie cubes for this meal. So let's cover this up and let it come to a boil. Okay, my pot is boiling. I'm going to take my veggie cube, crumble it in here. It's going to give it a delicious flavor. I'm using 2. I'm using 2 because I'm adding all these mushrooms to it and I need the mushrooms to soak up the flavor. I'm going to use about a teaspoon of black pepper. Remember those 5 chilies I told you about? I'm going to drop those in there. Let that stir around for a second. Smells good. Now's the time I'm going to add my herbs that I told you about earlier. I'm going to add about a teaspoon. Look at that. Looks good, huh? Now I'm going to add my mushrooms. Like I said, I cut up about 3 Portobello caps. But if you were making chicken or fish, you know, shrimp, you know, tilapia, some chicken strips, whatever, this is your base. So even though I'm using all vegetables, this is the same way you start your base to make any curry dish. Except, of course, if you had a lot more meat or fish, you need a lot more water to add to this and more curry powder. But look how delicious that's looking. Yum, that looks good. So I'm going to cover this, let this cook down rather. I'm going to until my portobello mushrooms get nice and soft and ready to serve. And then I will mix it with my rice. Or honestly, it looks so good, I might not even mix it. I might just serve it as a topping. So let's cover it up, give it a chance to cook. Okay, as you can see, this is done. I've been cooking this for about 12 to 15 minutes. My mushrooms are at a nice place. I'm going to turn my heat off and get ready to eat dinner. So my brown rice is already cooked and I have it to the side. I want to blend these two together. So I'm going to use this extra bowl to do that. Just going to scoop my rice in. I'm going to scoop half of it in. That way I can control. Then I'm going to start scooping this in. Not all of it. About half of it as well, because I probably have less rice than I need. So I'm going to just start stirring that all in together. Like that. So I'm going to pour in the rest of the rice. It's already pretty moist, but I'm still going to add more. Oh, that looks so good. You cannot tell me it doesn't. Yum, yummy, yum. I'm just going to mix all that in so that it's evenly distributed within the brown rice. So as you can see, the rice is no longer a side dish. It's the main attraction. It's very wet sounding. Smush, smush, smush. So wet. Well, that's it. That's my rice for today. If you're not into really wet rice like that, I would just serve the sauce on top at your leisure. You know what I mean? You can put as much as you like. But now it's time to plate up. Okay, so a little while later, we have dinner. So the rice came out in a nice creamy texture. If you like risotto, man, that girl can cook. I refer to myself in the third person when it's really good. It has a little kick from that Thai chili, but not too much that I can't stand it. I've got it all plated. Anywho, I got it all plated up. My camera acted funny just now. And I would love to know what you think. Please try it, or try one of the three. Let me know what you think. And leave your comments in the comment box. And thank you all again for watching. I truly appreciate it. Till next time, remember, you are special and you are loved. Peace.
Well, one day as she's about to take a bite, her two friends look on in such a fright. Please, 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 don't eat the meat. That right there is our family.